And we're live. Well, welcome to the live stream, anybody who joined us right away. And we're here on Sunday, March 20th, doing our live uh, fantasy baseball draft for Primetime Sports Talk. The one I did this one last year, and that's a redraft. We decided to do it again this year. So I can't remember who won. Was it Brett Martin won last year, the Angels guy for our site. And we'll see who takes the title this time around. So I got Johnny Black, who's also in the league with me on the show, and Carson Babidi. He's not in this league, but he is actually doing another draft at the same time, so he'll have some insight on who he's picking during this whole thing too. So welcome, guys. How's it going? We can also talk about some other baseball news that happened since the last time we talked. Of course, you guys are Twins fans, so Correa to the Twins.
The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and Carlos Correa is a member of the Minnesota Twins. It's a gorgeous day for Twins fans. It's been a very interesting offseason that has made my head spin at least 5 times, but we're here. We got Carlos Correa. I'm a happy camper.
I'd be a lot happier if we had some pitching.
Yeah, let's go get Montas now.
Well, let's hope. Because going into the season with Sonny Gray and Dylan Bundy as our aces I'm not so sure about that, but
I love me some Sonny Gray, but we need something behind him other than Dylan Bundy.
Yeah. I mean, I think Joe Ryan's going to be the real deal. I think he's fine. But there's just so much left there as far as the 4th and 5th starters go. I mean, Bailey Ober, is Dobnak really a guy, and even not just the rotation, but even with the bullpen. Other than Taylor Rogers and Tyler Duffy, who else do we have?
We ain't
Nobody.
Got
It's nothing. I mean, a bunch of guys in the minors, and maybe this is their time to come up. Not so much Woods Richardson. I think he needs a little more time in the minors. But I mean, someone like Balasovich or Duran or Josh Winder, some of these guys could possibly step up this year.
Yeah.
But the Correa deal really shocked me because I really thought the Twins were just going to go young this year and kind of fill in with a couple veterans, kind of like what the Nationals are doing now. The Nationals are sort of rebuilding. They traded everyone away last year. I mean, at the deadline, they traded half their team for prospects and guys who are going to help them in another year or two. I kind of thought the Twins were going to go that route, but I guess they're not really in a total rebuild. They're more in a retooling. And honestly, the American League Central is winnable.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the White Sox have a solid team, but other than that, Tigers and Royals might be a year or two away.
Yeah.
And Cleveland isn't anything to write home about either.
No.
So that division is not really out of the realm of possibility for the Twins to take.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd agree. I thought they were going to go youthful, but here is an oral history of me throughout this entire offseason. So the first trade comes along, right? In case you've been living under a rock, the Twins acquired Isaiah Keener Falefa and a minor league pitcher whose name escapes me from the Rangers in exchange for Mitch Garver. My initial reaction to that trade was, at first, it was like, okay, Keener Falefa is a good defensive shortstop. It sounds like he wants to be a shortstop. So that would be a good place for him, kind of the similar Twins shortstop mold. Not a huge power guy, but a very good defensive shortstop and a good contact hitter. But losing Mitch Garver for that kind of sucks. But they must see a lot of future in a Jeffers and Rodvert catching tandem. And then Sunday night, it find out that the Twins acquired Gary Sanchez and Gio Urshela from the Yankees for Josh Donaldson and Ben Rodvert. And at that point, I had just gotten out of the Wild game when I found out that news. And at that point, I was incredibly confused at what we were doing. Because, at first it was like, okay, Jeffers and Rodvert could work. And then it was like, wait a minute, now it's Jeffers and Sanchez. Sanchez probably would be more, I thought from the beginning when they acquired him that he would be more of a DH for us than a catcher. And I know that he would prefer, I think, to be more behind the dish. So that was a little bit confusing in that respect. And then we were back to, well, what are we going to do for shortstop? And then there were rumors starting to come out about how Donaldson was included in the trade and freed up all that cap money. And then slowly but surely, I was like, okay, something's building here. And I thought it was going to be Story. And then wake up the other day, oh, Carlos Correa is a member of the Minnesota Twins. And it was just like...
You have to thank the Yankees for that one. Because they took on Donaldson's contract. I mean, I'm not even mad about them. I'm not even that upset about the deal. Like, at first I was like, what is this? But then I looked more into it. Like, Donaldson is a huge upgrade over Urshela, defensively and offensively. I mean, Urshela he's been a solid defensive third baseman, but I mean, Donaldson is just that much better. Like, and he adds an extra power bat in the lineup, which, the Yankees' offense last year was just, they had big bats like obviously Judge and Stanton, but other than that, they had to go out and get Gallo, which he had kind of a down year last year. And so they just have added more power. And if the big thing is if he can stay healthy, but if he stays healthy, he can have a huge year for the Yankees. And just, I mean, kind of Leffer, he's not going to provide anything much at the plate, but he can make contact, which the Yankees don't have much contact hitters besides LeMahieu. So, he can be that guy at shortstop to provide defense. Before they wait for Volpe to come up, Volpe and Peraza, or either one of them. So I'm not even upset. Like, there's a lot of Yankees fans upset over the deal and upset that the Yankees didn't make the big splash that everybody wanted them to. But it's not always about making big splashes. It's just making at least an improvement, in which they did with that deal. They improved both shortstop and defense. Both shortstop and third base defense, and got rid of a liability for the catcher, other than the bat, because now they don't really have much offense at catcher, but still have a lot better defense.
I mean, you look at all this from the Twins side, all the deals they made, even with the Reds getting Sonny Gray. Yeah. I mean, you look at what the Twins gave up nothing. They got rid of Donaldson's contract. Fine, they gave up Ben Rodfed. Okay, we have Ryan Jeffers anyway. It doesn't really matter. Khalifa was flipped. Got rid of Garver, who was a free agent after next year anyway. He's 31 years old. Jeffers is 24. He's the future at catcher anyway. Mm-hmm. I mean, and dumping the salary, I mean, overall, the Twins got better. They really did. They got better. And freeing up the money to sign Correa, I mean, of course, gives you, that superstar aspect. I mean, we locked up Buxton. So if he's healthy, which is always a huge question mark with him, but if he's healthy all year and you have Correa at short, I mean, up the middle, it's pretty solid. I mean, third base, we have Urshela. That's fine. We still have Arias, still have Polanco. We got guys who can play first base. It's fine. Guys who can play the outfield. I mean, the lineup's not an issue. The only thing I'm worried about with the Twins is the pitching. Yeah. Sonny Gray that's all well and good with Sonny Gray, but other than that, Dylan Bundy on a 1-year deal, and then after that, you have nothing. Joe Ryan, Bailey Ober.
Yeah, well, I think
that's about it. So
I think though, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Arise was one of the guys. If a deal gets done with Oakland, I would not be surprised if Arise was one of the guys that got sent over there for a potential Montas deal. But the thing I wanted to go back to with Correa that I've kind of been able to soften my concerns on a little bit. A pretty key factor in his deal is that he does have those 2 opt-outs after year 1 and year 2. And my initial concerns with that were kind of, okay, now that we have Correa, if he can opt out at the end of this year, you really just kind of have to go for it here. And so now I was hoping that things would start getting a little more aggressive on the Montas trade front, which I haven't seen that they have. But on the other side, it's also, okay, it's a nice kind of little bridge deal, gives some time for some of the younger shortstops that we have to get ready to come up, because we have a plethora of young shortstops, including, Royce Lewis and Austin Martin, if they choose to play him there. But it gives us the star power in Correa. If he ends up exercising his opt-out in either one of those years, who knows? Maybe Lewis or Martin or somebody else will be ready to come in and play that position.
Yeah, there's got to be something up with his medicals that it's causing that, like, nobody wanted to go long term with him, and the opt outs after the first 2 years. It's definitely kind of a concern. He's got to prove himself that he's.
We are moments away from the most important.
Why are you yelling at me? Ah!
Is that ESP? Oh my God! Is that the
no,
draft thing?
Yeah, it's Yahoo's draft thing. I thought I had turned the draft sounds off, but for some reason it had another video that just popped up on my screen and started playing.
But what was I saying? Now I lost my train of thought. Oh well.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was going to happen. All of a sudden, it just popped up, and I was like, ah.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, he's got to go out there and prove he's healthy. I kind of feel like he will opt out if he goes out and proves that he can be healthy and put up big numbers. He'll opt out because he wants a longer deal. But it was just all about that, really, just kind of like nobody was really looking to go long term with him right now. But until he proves it, that he can stay healthy and stay on the field for a whole season.
Well, he was pretty healthy last year.
Yeah.
And the thing with Correa is, I mean, honestly, when he's healthy, he's probably the best shortstop in the major leagues overall. He's got playoff experience. The Astros have been to the playoffs the last 5 years in a row, made it deep into the playoffs. It was a good deal. It's a good deal for the Twins too, because it's not a long-term deal. They're not locked into 7-8 years of somebody making $30 million a year.
Welcome to the best day of the year, draft day. Guess they had their eye on him too.
Draft is starting, so that's why it's making noise.
Okay, I'm glad it's not. Oh, I've already got a very interesting talking point. In first overall in my draft, the first overall pick was Garrett Cole.
Okay, interesting. That is very interesting. I don't know.
That's a choice.
That is a choice.
It's a little surprising.
Yeah, I wouldn't go with him number one for sure.
Mike Trout just went 5th.
Marcos is on the clock for our league. Shohei off the board number 1 already. So.
Wow, we were talking about it before we went on air that potentially Tatis would get people scared away, but he just went 6th in my league.
Wow.
One thing you guys will learn about my league, there's a lot of picks that are going to kind of make you scratch your head.
Yeah. Well, you said it's a keeper league though too, right?
No, it's just a standard league.
Oh,
no.
I thought you said it was a keeper league.
Well, Bo Bichette, come on down. Please and thank you.
Guess Guess they had their eye on him too.
Juan Soto's the second pick.
I got Bo Bichette at 8. Now I'm debating between Ramirez and Acuna at 9.
I'm gonna turn the sound. It's annoying every time I hear it. It says, I guess they had an eye on them too. Every time they pick someone in my queue.
I think I'm going to take Ramirez. I'm just too scared about Acuna and his health.
Oh, yeah. Damn, I think a lot of people in this draft right now are not even in there, just auto drafting.
Yeah, probably.
I'm going to take Ramirez. All right. First two picks, Bo Bichette and Jose Ramirez. I will take that.
There you go. Yeah. I should have made this like a minute for pick instead of a minute and a half.
Yeah, ours is I think a minute and a half, but in our league, guys go pretty quickly. Like we're into pick number 12 now.
I think there's like 3 people in here right now, or 4 maybe, out of 10 teams.
Yeah, it's gonna tick down. At least it's only a minute and a half. At least it's not a slow draft. You have to wait 4 hours for somebody.
Imagine doing like a slow draft live the whole time. Let's see here.
Interesting.
I'm up now. Let's see. We got Vlad there, Jose Ramirez, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper.
I mean, if Vlad's there, I think you got to take Vlad.
Yeah, I was leaning that way too. I'm going Vlad. He's going to have a humongous year this year.
Yep. And he's a good home run guy to start your team with.
Yep. I got first base out of the way now. And of course DH, so I can move him around a little bit if I need somebody else at first. Trey Turner just went now. Oh, Johnny picked Trey Turner. What team is the GOAT?
I like getting guys, especially early, guys who will give you home runs and stolen bases.
Mm-hmm.
Give you a little bit of both. I like going for those potential like 2020 guys.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
Because they give you everything. They give you all the categories. You know, someone like Trey Turner is probably going to be batting second in the Dodgers lineup. I mean, between Betts and Freeman. How can you go wrong with that?
We got our first pitcher. Oh no, we didn't. Never mind. Gary Cole actually went third in our league. I didn't even realize.
Ooh, things in my league are moving fast. We're at pick 21.
Walker Buehler to Cameron at 6.
Walker Buehler went 12th here.
Oh. Well, he's also a Dodgers fan, so I think that's probably why he went him.
Yeah, Freddie Freeman just went 19th. Speaking of, the Dodgers are so stacked.
The Dodgers are, oh my God. Like, you can literally draft any of the bats in their lineup.
So, I'm still very confused. I feel like I'm still kind of confused why Atlanta traded for Olsen when they probably easily could have had Freeman back.
Yeah, I thought they would have because he's a fan favorite and everything. I know Olsen's obviously younger and probably has the better future ahead of him, but I feel like I don't know, kind of it's just a kick in the nuts to a fan, a franchise player like Freeman.
And it feels like they gave up a lot.
Yeah, they did.
Like, man, you better hope if you're the Braves, you better hope this works out in your favor.
Jose Ramirez off the board, 7th.
Ooh, I could get Ozzy Albies.
Bryce Harper gone at 8.
Let's see. Oh, I do still need a second baseman. Perfect. Ozzy Albies, come on down.
There you go. That's a good one.
Damn, Carson, you fell in your infield.
My infield is stacked.
Yeah.
It's funny because
Bichette.
in the TGFBI on the NFBC, what they do every year. This is like my 4th year in it. Justin Mason runs it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I actually took Albies in the first round, 11th overall.
Wow.
I like Albies a lot. 30 home runs, 20 stolen bases last year. The guy hits in that lineup. And granted, they don't have Freeman, but they have Olsen. And they still have Acuna. So, I mean, the guy bats what, second? In that lineup? Lead off? I mean, you know, he's gonna put up numbers.
Oh, yeah.
People look at Albies, and I think they forget about him a little bit. Because of the superstar power that's out there. Yeah, Albies doesn't strike anyone as like a superstar. Because you have Acuna and Freeman in Atlanta. You had Freeman last year. But I mean, I think sometimes some of these guys go a little bit forgotten of how good they actually are because they're just not talked about as much.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Albies fits that mold.
And the Braves have him for cheap too right now.
Oh yeah, he's cheap. Acuna's cheap. That's why it surprises me too that they didn't just re-sign Freeman.
Yeah.
Just give him the 6 years. I mean, the hell is it going to kill you? And not only that, their pitching staff is cheap.
Oh yeah.
All their pitchers are, rookie deals, pre-arbitration, even heading into arbitration. I mean, Fried, Soroka, Ian Anderson. Like, all these guys are young and cheap. Spend the money on someone like Freeman and keep him there. And they did give up a lot, although looking at what they did give up, I like Cusick a lot. Langoliers, I'm not too sold on. I like him somewhat. I'm not a big fan of Christian Pash.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't think they really destroyed their farm system by trading him. And Olsen is cheaper. He's better fielder than Freeman. He's got more power. Probably not as good of a hitter, but we'll see.
Damn, I was thinking of drafting Mookie, but he didn't fall to me. It went 2 picks before me. Wow. Oh, yeah. You just sniped me too. I was thinking of Freeman.
All right, Turner and Freeman. I might as well go for the two guys in the Dodgers lineup, right?
Let's see.
Oh, come on.
Didn't you just say, Alex, that you can't go wrong with anyone in the Dodgers lineup? So I might as well take Turner and Freeman.
I did say that, yeah.
Oh, I am loving my team right now.
Oh, no.
My infield is already stacked. Now my outfield is Jordan Alvarez, Teoscar Hernandez, and Cedric Mullins.
Nice.
I'm going Bo Bichette.
That's a good pick. I like Bo. He's in a great lineup too.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking. I was going to go with Wander Franco or Bo Bichette, but I think Bichette's in the better lineup.
Yeah, I was looking at Franco too, even over Freeman, but I was like, let me get my guy. First base is actually surprisingly kind of weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the first few guys, it's really not as deep as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
When you had Pujols in his prime, Cabrera in his prime, Frank Tom, like guys, first base used to be a hitter's spot.
Yeah, you can.
But
you can
it's not like
get
that
away-
anymore.
You can get away with drafting a first baseman in the mid rounds and still probably end up with a decent first baseman.
Right, exactly. And it's not like that anymore.
No.
Thinking potentially with my next pick, I should probably do some pitching.
Oh, let's go.
I'm thinking Robbie Ray, but I'm concerned about how he's going to do in Seattle.
Ozzy Albies. I just got. Let's go.
Assuming Robbie Ray falls to me. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh. Do I take the risk and go Jack Flaherty?
You're thinking between who? Robbie Ray and Flaherty?
Robbie Ray and Flaherty. I'm concerned about Flaherty's health, but I'm also concerned about how Ray would do in Seattle.
Hmm. That's tough.
Because I'm not quite ready to maybe go for Chris Sale yet with his injury. Kevin Gausman's on the board. Oh, Sandy Alcantara is still here.
Hmm.
I'm certainly not short of options.
Okay. Xander. That's a good pick.
We'll see. Based on who falls to me, I might go best available because there's still some really good players. But if I don't like the best available, I'll probably try and go starting pitching.
Yeah, you went all hitting, right, Carson?
Yeah,
Yeah. Should probably grab a couple starters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
But
the thing is too with only eight people in our league, you get a lot of really good hitters that like just keep falling and falling, and you're tempted to take them. But it's also you got to think about your pitching.
Right. Yeah, 8-team leagues are tough. That's there's so many good players out there.
Ooh,
That's why doing the TGFBI and in that it's like a 15-team league, so it's tough with 15 teams. And you have a 30-man roster.
right.
So when you when you get to the 15th, 20th to the 20th round, it's like, all right, who am I taking now?
All right, I think I'm gonna.
It gets rough. It gets rough after like the 300th pick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, I did a little bit of reaching. Got Max Fried and Liam Hendricks to start my pitching off.
There you go.
Yeah, I stay away from closers early. They're way too volatile. Way too volatile for me. I'm surprised Kenley Jansen signed with the Braves for a one-year
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was shocked to see that today.
That one was a shocker.
Oh man.
Thought he was going to be another one of those guys that was going to be a Dodger for life.
Jose Berrios off the board.
Jose. He's going to kill it. In
Oh,
Toronto.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I miss him, but he's not. He's great. I love Jose. I love him, but he's a number 2-3 starter. He's not an ace.
Yeah.
And in the American League East, he'll be fine. He's solid. He throws innings, but I don't know. I was just happy what we got for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, basically it was like, I love Jose, but man, that's some fantastic return.
Yeah. Oh, getting Austin Martin was the kid's going to be good.
I still can't believe that.
I'm not sold on Simeon Woods Richardson, but Austin Martin was a huge get in that.
Yeah.
If Woods Richardson can turn into even a reliever, a viable bullpen guy, just getting Austin Martin with that, it's made it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So funny. I was doing the research on the catchers, so doing my sleeper. Should be up in the next couple of days because I finished the catchers. As far as fantasy sleeper picks go, and looking at some of these guys, I'm like, wow, how late are these guys going? Especially in 2-catcher leagues. I was surprised that some of these guys were going real late, like after 300.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, I was going to take Freddie Peralta. Dang it.
Oh, sniped.
Oh, I'm on the clock.
Got some options here. That's good.
You know what? Let's get an outfielder.
Interesting. I was talking before. I was going to stay away from Judge because of the whole thing with the vaccine and everything.
For the what?
Because of the vaccine and everything for New York.
Yeah.
So,
All right, time to take hopefully future twin Frankie Montas.
Hopefully. If they can get, I'll tell you, if the Twins could get Montas and Minaya, oh my God.
Game over for the Central.
We're taking the Central this year. We're taking the Central.
I have my doubts on getting them both.
I think that the Twins have the pieces to do it. It's all a matter of whether they're going to part with them or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly tell you, I have no problem parting with Royce Lewis.
Really?
Get rid of him now. Get rid of him now. While he's still got high prospect aspirations. Get rid of him now. You don't know how he's going to come back from the ACL. And I think he's still a top-notch prospect. And Oakland could use him. Reyes is another guy that they could use. And like I said, like I was saying in the chat, someone like Royce Lewis and like Jordan Balasovich or Euron Duran or one or two of the pitchers, plus an Reyes and a Trevor Larnach.
I was just about to ask, how do you feel about Larnach?
Two guys who have major league experience now, who are still under control for a few years. That could swing it with Oakland. That really could, especially someone like Arias, who's a contact hitter. He doesn't hit home runs anyway, so Oakland, the ballpark's not going to bother him.
Right.
He could play everywhere. Larnach is a solid left-handed hitter. We don't need him. We don't need Larnach. We still got Sano for another year. We have Gary Sanchez who you can throw at first base. We have Kirilloff. We have enough guys that can play first base, left field.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an issue. So Larnach is expendable, and I'd rather get rid of Larnach than Kirilloff, in my opinion.
all right, I got my first two pictures: Max Fried and Freddie Peralta. Pretty solid.
Oh shit! Well, that means that I'm up.
Yeah.
Because you just picked, so that means that I'm up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, please let Jonathan India fall to me.
Ooh.
Oh.
Please let Jonathan India fall to me.
We already heard about Ozzy.
Yeah, but in our league we also have two guys we can play in utility spots.
Oh yeah, I forgot about utility. That's a pretty solid utility guy. That's for sure.
I know, that's what I'm saying. See, that's the issue, is that with this little teams, you get some great guys, and it's like, oh, he's gonna slot as my utility guy.
Yeah.
Wow, there's a lot of guys out here that I really like.
Oh, I think I got my next two picks. Hopefully they fall to me though. I still got 4 in front of me.
Oh.
That might not be a bad
I was just thinking if Acuna fell to me, I was going to take him, but I was still a while away.
Now, see, Acuna going in the 6th round after his ACL, that makes sense. Interesting. Josh Hader. Luis Castillo, too, in there. Okay. Yes, come on. Come on. 2 more picks. Come on. One more pick.
Where the hell is Nick Castellanos going to sign?
Didn't he
He's with
sign with
Philly.
Philadelphia?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's Philly.
I forgot about Yeah. It still says free agent on here.
Yeah,
Oh.
He's with Philly. He just signed like was it 5 years, $100 million?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they signed him and they signed Schwarber. They're going all offense.
Yeah.
Screw the defense. We don't care if you can catch the ball. Let's just hit.
Yes.
Philly's just going to be mashing.
Yeah.
Jonathan India, Logan Webb.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'm pretty happy
course-
with the team so far.
Of course, India won't have anyone hitting around them anymore. The
I know.
Reds just got rid of like half their team. But
Oh, yeah.
I tell you, the Reds have such a good farm system.
Yeah, that Suarez Winker trade. Whew.
What the hell were they doing?
That was a trade.
It was certainly a trade. Yeah. I don't think anybody drafted a catcher yet. No.
I don't know if anybody has in our league either. Perez might be gone, actually.
I usually wait. That's usually like one of the last round, or not even
That was
like
the last. Yep.
like 20 round, like the 20th round or something like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Usually,
I
I
mean-
kind of wait and watch and see if guys start picking catchers. That's when I'll probably try and
Yeah.
take them, because then I know all the good ones will probably go off the board.
If I can't get one of the top 2, like I usually just wait. Same thing as we always talk about. It's like pretty much the same as tight end in the NFL.
Right. It's like a couple guys at the top, and then it's everybody else.
Yeah. What round are you in now?
We're in round 13.
We're still in 5.
Yeah, now I'm starting to try and look for guys who are listed at multiple positions. Once I have my starting lineup done, that's usually where I try and go. So DJ LeMahieu is looking mighty good right now because he's listed as a first baseman, second baseman, third baseman.
Yeah. I hope he can lift the ball this year.
And he just got taken. God dang it. Jorge Polanco. Wouldn't be too bad. Who knows? In this in the infield, he could potentially play first base.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling about Story going to the Red Sox?
Not too happy. I mean, their offense is going to be another. It's going to be crazy again.
It's so interesting. This offseason, it feels like the Yankees and the Twins roles have reversed. Like, we're the ones spending all the money, and the Yankees are the ones just kind of sitting there doing nothing.
Well, I would say nothing, but
Well, right, but
I mean, making the big move though, like the splash.
making big splashes instead of going for like a cheaper option. Yeah.
Dumpster diving. But not even necessarily dumpster diving either, because obviously they got good players too. Like
right.
But they also just dumpster dive today though. Got the hell is his name from the Rockies? Yon Abar, former outfielder turned pitcher.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, he was it was an outfielder until 2018. Then they put him on the mound. Can't find the plate. So I don't know how good of a pitcher he's going to be, but
yeah, we'll see.
I guess he had a good arm. So they were like, well, you got a good arm, you can't hit? Let's throw you on the mound. Hey, it worked for Kenley Jansen.
Yeah, that's true.
He was a catcher. You know, hey, you got a great arm, buddy, but you can't hit. So maybe we should make you a reliever. Worked out for him.
Well, speaking of Correa, he just went round 6, pick 1.
I gotta have at least one twin on my team. Come here, hip hip Jorge.
Hip hip Jorge. Oh no. I think I gotta go for an outfielder next pick. Oh, you son of a bitch. I was really just thinking Castellanos. I
still have no pitchers. No. That's all right. My lineup is lethal.
Yeah.
The Bryce is right. I love it.
I don't know where to go.
Yeah, each year I come up with like a punny name for my team based on the top player I drafted.
Yeah, I might have to change the name of my team because I didn't get Bryce Harper this year. I did get Bryce Harper last year, so
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to change mine because I had Christian Yelich last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look.
My team name was Rebel Yelich.
There you go.
I gotta try and think of one for Bo Bichette.
do something like Bo Knows or whatever, like some kind of play on,
the boners.
I'll go for some Brian Reynolds. Yeah, I probably changed my name. I just made it Captain Keeler for that's like from my betting thing I did. But I feel like I want to change it to something baseball related. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I didn't even realize I was up again.
Oh, it might be time to get a catcher.
Somebody. Oh, nobody drafted a catcher yet. Okay. God damn. Well, Duke's going to the Sweet 16.
What a weird year for March Madness.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Freaking 15 seed. St. Peter's.
Go Peacocks.
Yeah. Busting everyone's bracket.
My bracket is already just incredibly busted.
I'm rooting for St. Peter's to go all the way now.
Me
I
too.
mean, that's
Yeah,
I went to the high school. I went to St. Peter's High School in Jersey City. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to the high school. Yeah, so I know where it is, like in Jersey City.
Now when you say I'm a St. Peter's alum, it can actually mean something.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't go to college, but I went to the prep school.
Yeah, people don't have to know
So,
that.
but yeah, it's all Jersey City.
Not gonna know either.
It's still like Jersey boys, man. It's still, still Jersey. So I got to root for them. I got to root for Seton Hall. They got to root for my teams, my hometown teams.
Oh, is it the first team from Jersey to make the Sweet 16 since
Seton Hall?
Since 2008? Or, yeah.
Since back in Bobby Hurley days.
Wow.
Yeah, Bobby Hurley, Danny Hurley, they played at St. Anthony's High School in Jersey City, and I went to Seton Hall. My father was the coach.
No kidding.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. St. Anthony's was also a couple of major league players went there. Willie Banks, pitcher from the Twins.
Willie
Banks, St. Anthony's High School. John Valentine played for the Red Sox for a while in the early 2000s. Shortstop, late 90s, early 2000s. John Valentine. He went to St. Anthony's High School in Jersey City. Craig Biggio went to Seton Hall. Hall of Famer, Craig Biggio, Seton Hall University.
Yeah.
Yeah, they turned out some good players.
Oh yeah.
Jersey's had some good players. And Rutgers University's turned out a bunch of guys. You know,
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
the McCourty brothers in football. They
Yep.
both came. You know, Mohamed Sanu, another guy, receiver. You know, was a quarterback back then, but you know, Rutgers has turned out a few guys.
Yeah.
And of course, the home of baseball. You know, the first official baseball game was played at Elysian Fields in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Of course.
Yeah.
When you go into Hoboken, New Jersey, when you drive down what they call the viaduct coming down from either Union City or Jersey City side, when you drive down, it says Hoboken, the home of baseball and Frank Sinatra. So can't go wrong with that, man. Baseball and Frank Sinatra. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one pitcher. I better get some pitching.
Who do you have? Oh, the first catcher off the board, Will Smith, at round 8, pick 4. I'm still waiting a while for that.
Yeah, our league, they started grabbing the catchers, so I had to snag one. But I've got the two most important names on the Cincinnati Reds now on my team, I think. So, so I know at least they'll be getting a lot of playing time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's Tatis.
What round did he go in?
Round 8.
Wow.
I was thinking of snagging him with my next pick. I was thinking of snagging him. He didn't fall.
So in ESPN leagues, doesn't have the auto draft still go all the way, take the time all the way down?
No, it just does it automatically.
Okay.
Like I think at the start people weren't even didn't even have that on, so it took the whole time. Shit.
Well, I'll pose you this question. You know, we're in the heat of the off season. What's the move that that for you personally is a overrated move so far? What's kind of your big move that you're either unsure on or you think was an overrated move that everybody's making a big deal out of?
Trying to think of the moves that happened. I'm gonna have to pull it up because I can't even think of any moves ever.
I honestly think, to answer that question, as far as I'm concerned, I think people are going crazy about the Reds, and I don't think it's that bad. I honestly don't think they were really. I don't know. I mean, were they maybe a player or two away from making the playoffs this year? Maybe, but like, what did their staff look like? Suarez wasn't good, and they were locked into him for so much money. What else do they have in the infield? Votto's 38. Yeah, Winker had a solid year. He still can't hit lefties. Sonny Gray. I've never been a fan of Sonny Gray. Never been a fan of the guy. I mean, and what else do they have pitching-wise?
Now you might have to be.
Well, yeah. Now I'm going to be rooting for him. But, I mean, I'm just saying, what else do they have? I just think that the Reds fans were going crazy because we're getting rid of everybody. We're rebuilt. Well, your farm system is stacked. And you just got more people. Were you really going to make a run this year? Were you looking to sign people to make a run? No. So get rid of the guys you can for a haul, which they did.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I think a lot of people are overreacting to the Reds making moves. I think they made moves to make the team better. I think in 2 years the Reds win that division.
Yeah, they could. I think thinking about it like an overrated team that made moves people are overreacting to. I feel like it's the Blue Jays, to be honest. There might be some bias to that, but I don't think people are calling them the division champions already, acting like the moves they made is going to push them over the top to all of a sudden be better than the Yankees and Rays and even Red Sox. I know they made they lost Robbie Ray, the Cy Young winner, and they replaced it with kind of not better pitching than him. So they added Matt Chapman, which is, I mean, all right. Chapman isn't. I wouldn't even say Chapman's. Chapman's not better than Donaldson at his best. So it's I don't know. I just don't think people are just overreacting to that whole thing. That they're gonna all of a sudden be division champions.
Mm-hmm.
I can agree with that.
I'd agree with that. Yep.
I agree with that. I mean, Chapman's a big get for them, especially defensively. But people got to remember, Chapman's not that great of a hitter. I mean, yeah, he may be better in Toronto and in the American League East ballparks rather than the West. But the dude still hit 210 last year. He's not that good of a hitter. He's got some pop, that's fine. And he's an excellent fielder. I mean, he's one of the best defensive third basemen in the league. No doubt. But thinking that he changes the team so much, I don't know about that. Their outfield is so suspect.
Yeah.
Can Springer stay healthy? And what else do you have in the outfield? All right, Teoscar Hernandez. Nah, I'm not sold
Yeah.
on him. Grichuk. You know, he is what he is.
Randall Grichuk.
Lourdes Gurriel. Okay,
Yeah.
he's good, but you know, the outfield doesn't sell me. And what are they doing at catcher? You know, I like Alejandro Kirk. I think he's a solid hitter, but the dude looks like Williams Ostadillo. You know, he looks like him. He looks like Bartolo Colon's little brother. I mean, do you see this guy?
I think
He's got it.
I think I saw somewhere that Astudillo signed like a minor league deal somewhere.
Yeah, but have you seen Alejandro Kirk, the catcher from the Blue Jays? Have you watched this guy? The dude is like 5'10". He's probably 260. The dude's big.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and I'm talking fat. Like, dude, take a look at him. Take a look at him. I'm just telling you. Alejandro Kirk, the catcher from the Blue Jays, take a look at him, and you tell me if this is a major league player or a softball guy. I mean, honestly.
But yes, Williams Astudillo agreed to a minor league deal that includes an invitation to the big league camp with the Marlins.
I like Ostadillo, man. La Tortuga, man. Come on. You gotta love Ostadillo. He's
You're
great.
totally right about Alejandro Kirk.
But Kirk he just looks just like him. They're like, dude, I'm telling you, man.
Oh my god.
Anyway, the Blue Jays at catcher position, they have Gabriel Moreno coming up in another year, and he's going to be the man. He's going to be the man. I actually have him as the second best catcher as prospect wise overall in the minor leagues. I think the kid's going to be a stud. So Alejandro Kirk, Danny Jansen, who decided he can't hit anymore at the major league level, you know, guys like that, it doesn't even matter because Moreno's going to be up either later this year or next year. But you're right about the Blue Jays. It's like, what do they have pitching wise? Ryu.
They got Ryu, Barrios.
Gauss. Yeah, Barrios. That's fine. Okay, that's a good one too. I like that.
Gausman.
But Gaussman, all right, he goes back to the American League East.
Yeah.
He did what he did last year in San Francisco in a contract year. What does he do now?
Oh, they've got Yusei Kikuchi too.
They got Kikuchi. Okay. All right, he's a number 3 starter.
Yeah.
He's not an ace. He's not close to being an ace.
So it's solid, but it's nothing. It's nothing that makes me think crown them the AL East champs.
They're deep enough at starting pitching, but they don't have an ace.
No.
Right.
They have a bunch of 2s and 3s, which is fine for their lineup because they can score runs. But I'm just saying, when you get to the playoffs or you're trying to get to the playoffs,
But I mean, the other overreactions are, I think, just people. Oh my! This guy sniped me again. Oh my god! I wanted to get Yasmani. He just picked him. Oh well, now I'm just waiting for catcher to like the last round at this point. Because the top 3 are off the board, so now I got to see what I want to go for. I guess another pitcher. Go for Rondon. But I think people are just overreacting to like, I guess you could say the lack of Yankees moves. Like people are like, obviously Yankees Twitter always overreacts to everything, so it's pretty normal. But a lot of people are just like thinking they're not a good team, and then what do they get? They're gonna finish fourth in the division. Nelson Cruz just won.
Nelly.
I miss Nelly. Man.
Yeah. I'm intrigued to see what he does in Washington.
Yeah. Interesting to see.
Because if he can still mash, they got some pretty decent hitters over there. He could get a lot of RBI.
Him and Josh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, batting behind Juan Soto.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how do you go wrong? Oh, Nelly can hit wherever he goes. I don't care where he is. Dude can hit.
Interesting. Trevor Bauer just went in our league.
Okay.
You know what the interesting thing is too? We were talking about Toronto and talking about their pitching staff. Like we said, they have the guys, and don't forget about Alek Manoah, who I like a lot, and that kid.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're only in round 11.
We are in round 23.
Oh boy.
I'm telling you.
Aside from Toronto's like depth as far as their pitching goes, the Yankees are the team that have the aces. If Severino is healthy this year, that's huge for them. Cole and Severino at the top of that rotation.
And if they could get Montas or Benaya.
And if they can get Montas or Benaya, Taillon.
Oh, yeah. If he's healthy, he's pretty good.
That's the thing with the Yankees is that they have the aces.
Yeah.
Toronto doesn't. Toronto has depth of pitching, which could help them in the playoffs. But having those guys that can shut another team down, that's one thing the Yankees have that the other teams in that division don't. See, the Red Sox would have it if they had Sale. But he's hurt again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Toronto doesn't have that ace. Manoah is not that ace yet. And Barrios and Ryu aren't. They're not that ace. They're a number 2 guy. You know, they're just not what they, you know. And the Rays don't have that either. Shane Baz, he could be. But, you know, Glasnow's still gone. He had Tommy John, so he won't be back.
Yeah.
And I have officially finished drafting my team.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
That was a fast draft.
Our league goes quick.
Yeah, we're still in round 11.
Overall, I think I'm pretty happy. I got a lot of good power guys in my lineup. I got a couple of good contact hitters. I feel like I'm a little bit weak in my starting pitching, but that can be fixed.
Yeah, especially like in a 8-team league, there's always guys like on the free agent market that you can pick up.
Oh yeah.
Trevor Story.
The newest sock.
I think there's people in here that are like not on auto draft, but they're like not even drafting it. So it's like it's taking the whole time.
Let's see who will be Mr. Irrelevant in our league.
Red Sox should be shot for not putting Story at short and moving Bogarts to second.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Red Sox are going to Red Sox.
Story's so much of a better fielder than Bogarts.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
100%.
And it's funny, someone put out like someone put out the road splits that like Story hit 203 with like a 290 on base percentage last year on the road. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, well, let's look at where he played.
Oh, yeah.
He played on the road against the Dodgers and the Giants.
All right. So, Mr. Irrelevant in our league with the 191st pick, Gleyber Torres,
Oh my god.
was the last pick of the draft.
The new member of the Oakland A's. Okay.
No, hey, no. No, stay away from Eminem.
No.
Yeah, overall, pretty good draft. Pretty happy with my team. Got maybe a couple guys with some health concerns, but I can look past that.
I'm almost set for my starting lineup.
No, I didn't even realize Cole may sign with the Rockies.
What?
Alex Colomé signed with the Rockies.
I think
That's fine. Bye, Alex. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Goodbye.
Wow, thanks for that.
Not you.
No, I'm kidding.
I meant Colomé.
I thought you said Alex Cole for a second.
No, Alex Colomé.
Oh, Colomé signed. I thought he signed somewhere already.
Rockies on. I was just scrolling through. Yeah, he signed last Thursday with the Rockies.
As long as he's signing somewhere else,
Yep.
that's fine.
Yep. My Colome. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Goodbye.
Yeah,
See you
he
later.
was garbage anyway. I don't
Hasta
know why
luego.
we signed him in the first place.
Have fun in Coors Field. Yeah, that one was perplexing. Especially now looking back on it, his 10 years of Twin was so horrible.
Have fun giving up bombs and cores.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, yeah, Colma is garbage. He's horrible. Oh, Colorado's horrible, so they'll just sign people.
Yeah.
I can't believe Chris Bryant went to Colorado. It's really that boggled my mind. That really boggled my mind. Like I was like, why would he go there?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I
well,
pad my Hall of Fame stats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
you know,
I have no
I got
words.
a ring. So.
they have to be the worst wrong organization in baseball. Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
they've
even
taken
in all
the mantle
sports.
because I think the Pirates have had that mantle for a while, but they're starting to turn things
Either
around.
the Rockies are worse. I really do. I mean, why? Let's put it this way. Over the past couple of years, you traded Nolan Arenado, your franchise player, one of the best third basemen in the league. You traded him for nothing.
And paid them.
And paid them to take him. Then you let Story and John Gray walk without offering them a deal so you could get a draft pick for them. So you let them both walk with nothing, no compensation. And then you turn around and sign Chris Bryant to basically what you were paying Arenado in the first place. What are you doing? What is that? That makes no sense. They should have just kept Arenado, offered Story and Gray the qualifying offers. If they didn't take it, take the draft pick compensation, and then build from there. But no.
At least Arenado has a chance to win now.
They completely fucked it up. Like completely like blew the whole thing. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense.
And people people talk about the Red Sox or the Yankees. Like Yankee fans and Red Sox fans talk about like my team isn't signing anybody. My team isn't doing it. Yeah,
I fucking hate Brian.
you're not the Rockies. The Rockies are worse. The Rockies are worse.
Yep.
You're not close to the Rockies.
No.
On the days where being a Twins fan was hard, all I had to do was look to the Mountain West.
They're up there with is one of the worst teams in all of sports.
Oh, easily. Easily.
As far as front offices, absolutely.
Who do I draft now?
Draft takes forever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Iowa State is up on Wisconsin right now, 42-35, with about 6 minutes left in the second half, by the way.
Yeah. Good.
Go home, March Madness. You're drunk.
I hope Notre Dame wins too.
They are currently down to Texas Tech by 1 at the half.
Yeah. They got Miami and Auburn. Well, I guess so.
No.
Maybe just. So, Johnny, you were starting to do like sleepers. What are some of the sleepers you were thinking of?
Yeah, I started doing research on catchers. Yeah, a couple guys. I was doing ADP after 300. So these are some real deep guys.
Yeah.
And catchers, I mean, it's a black hole with catchers, but but if you're in a two catcher league, say 15 team, you're going to be looking for guys that could possibly make an impact for you. So, I mean, a couple guys I looked at, the guys I had on were Luis Torrens from Seattle. He was actually the DH spot more than the catcher last year, but he's catcher eligible. Played 42 games behind the plate. He's younger than Tom Murphy, who's basically the main catcher there. And also Torrens played a couple games, third base, first base. So he's got a little versatility. And I think this year he's gonna step up and play enough games. He played 108 games last year, so he'll definitely play that many games. And getting a catcher who can give you 400 plate appearances is key, and stuff like that. So
yeah.
So he was one of them. He had 15 home runs last year in 108 games. He's the best hitter of the three guys they have behind the plate. So I picked him. Jacob Stallings, who got traded from Pittsburgh to Miami. He was the starting catcher in Pittsburgh last year, won a Gold Glove. And he's in Miami this year, and he's the only catcher there. They have nobody else. Their backup catcher is Alex Jackson, who was actually the 6th overall pick in 2014 by the Mariners out of high school. 6th overall pick in the draft. I was like, who the hell is this guy? Yeah, he's done nothing. He's got a 132 career batting average. So that's Stallings' backup in Miami. So he's going to get playing time. They granted he may not hit well or whatever, but Stallings is still a solid player as far as playing time goes, and that's really what you look at with catcher.
Yeah.
He's going to get you to 400, 450 plate appearances. So Stallings will be all right. He'll be solid. And the last guy I had, who's the third guy I had? I'm trying to think. I got a draft too. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Torrance Stallings. I'm trying to think of the other guy. I'm thinking of. Who's the other catcher? I don't know. I can't remember who the other catcher was. Wait, let me look it up. Take a look.
All of these for you.
I don't know. But,
Yeah.
it's a matter of him breaking into it. But Nola is the catcher there in San Diego.
Yeah.
And he's a much better hitter than the rest of them. So if you're looking at a second catcher, not to destroy your batting average, he would be the guy. Nola would be the guy to take there. So
yeah, it's decent. So, I might wait till my last pick to get a catcher.
yeah, mine as well.
Just fill up on my pitching, and then
Yeah, one catcher league. Might as well.
yeah, it got pretty solid pitchers. Got Max Fried, Freddie Peralta, Carlos Rodon, Shane Baz, Ryu.
Jeez. Yeah, that's pretty solid. It's a sneaky good outfield, too. Stanton, Marte, Edman.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Luis Robert.
Oh, and Robert and Reynolds.
Yeah. And Mountcastle has outfield, too. So.
And I'm a really big fan of Ty France.
Me too. Cavs. I mean, especially with all of his positions. I mean, he can play first and second, and he's DH. We'll put him like first, second, or utility.
Yeah, he's a great fantasy guy.
I got Jake Cronenworth too there. That's second, first, short.
I had wanted him, but somebody snatched him a couple of picks before me.
Let's see. Max Kepler.
Yeah. Love Max.
Wait a minute. Severino's not even listed as a starter on here. He's only relief eligible on here.
Yeah, he was listed as a relief, I think, in ours too.
I mean, it doesn't matter for here because it's like every pitcher position is just pitcher. It doesn't list it as starter and or reliever, so it doesn't matter where I put him. Now, speaking of that, somebody just took him. Okay. Marcelo Zuna? What the hell?
Huh?
Somebody just took him. I don't know.
What? Why?
I think it was an auto draft.
Oh no,
Oh, jeez.
that's not good. Yeah, rest in peace, Marcelo Zuna. Yikes.
Oh, boy.
Ugh. Also, Johnny, you are 100% right about Alejandro Kirk. Dude definitely looks like he could play in my dad's softball league too.
Oh, definitely, dude. That guy's like, yeah.
Too funny.
Oh, damn it. Who took my fucking guy? Shit.
Wait. Who was your guy?
Suarez.
Rangers.
Suarez. Damn it.
I was actually thinking him too. Oops.
God damn it. All right. Oh,
Well, Johnny's
John.
clearly going pitcher.
John Gray it is.
Oh, damn it.
I love how Johnny just keeps constantly sniping out.
I wanted Ranger Suarez.
I mean, I did too.
But, you know, well, so I had to go to plan B.
All right, Kyle Hendricks it is.
Yeah, I was looking.
Sniper, no sniping.
Don't mind me just multitasking writing this week's NHL Power Rankings.
Who the hell am I going for now? Yeah, screw it. I'll go for Dalton Varsho because he's not just a catcher, but he has outfield eligibility, so might as well.
Oh, all right. Take my Twins guy.
Taylor Rogers.
Taylor Rogers, of course.
Taylor.
Who else is going to close games for the Twins?
Yeah.
He's the only one in the bullpen.
Yeah.
No,
The rest of them suck. They don't have anybody else.
Yeah, that bullpen is rough.
Yeah. Yeah. Rogers is the only guy that's worth anything in that bullpen. Well, and Duffy.
Well, I was going to say,
Tyler Duffy's fine. Duffy's fine. But other than that, yeah. Throw them, the rest of them in the bullpen. Dobnak should be in the bullpen.
Dobnak should not even touch the starting rotation.
Yeah.
All right, we're almost at round 20. Let's go.
Yay!
Finally.
Google. Here I am googling Jeopardy music 10 hours. Yeah, I mean, our leagues used to be really slow, but the pace on them has shot up dramatically, which is very nice. But it's hard to do that when half the people don't show up either.
Yeah.
Seems like the later rounds have been going faster though, which is good.
Oh yeah. So is your league free, or is it you put money for it?
No, we do a free league.
Okay. Yeah, this one's free this year because last year we put like $5 I think in, but nobody said they wanted to do it paid this year. I mean, they said either way, but nobody agreed to one thing, so I guess it's already in the draft, so there's no point in changing it.
Yeah. Tristan McKenzie, that's a solid pickup in the 20th round.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about Patrick Corbin.
Yeah. Bobby Witt.
I was very hesitant to go with Witt or Rutschman or any of those guys.
Yeah, if it's just a redraft league, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, because those top prospects are good, but also sometimes you don't know if they're actually gonna make the opening day roster. Sometimes they make the roster and then get sent down.
Yeah.
Like I drafted when he first came up to the majors, I had drafted Joe Adell, and then he ended up getting sent down for the rest of the season, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Which was quite annoying.
Did you keep him just in case he came up, or did you drop him?
I kept him for a little bit, but eventually got to the point where I needed to kind of start to make room, so I dropped him. I tried to hang on to him for as long as I can, or as long as I could, but it got to the point where it just didn't make sense to try and hold on anymore.
Be nice if there's instead of how they have IL spots, you can have minor league spots. If somebody gets sent down, you can just throw them on that.
Yeah, I think we have like 2 IL spots and then 1 NA spot for like paternity leave and going down to the minors and things like that.
Oh.
But in that scenario with Adele, he was in that spot, but then there were other guys who were getting moved around from IL and things like that, and I had to drop a couple of players.
Yeah.
So he was part of that casualty.
Oh, I'm on the clock. Just went with Joe Ryan.
Hey. God, I hope he develops. Chris Taylor, interesting.
Ooh. I got 6 picks left.
Oh, I completely forgot about Spencer Torkelson.
Yeah, me too.
Duh.
Oh, I completely didn't even see it. Somebody drafted Bauer in here too.
Yeah, certainly a interesting decision when it comes to Trevor.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on saves in fantasy? I think it's stupid. Like, I'd never really try to go for I usually don't even like go for a closer unless it's like one of the top ones.
Yeah, they're usually not like my highest priority. But if, like you said, if there's like some top closers, I'll usually try and go for them. But when in terms of pitching, I usually try and focus on my starters and then build from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, saves are usually they're pretty viable during a season. And what I try to do, like if I'm punting saves, basically, I try to wait until later, and I'll get guys that maybe can get saves on a bad team, because a lot of times guys don't draft.
Don't draft.
Did we lose Johnny again?
I think so.
Oh no.
Iowa State's gonna hold on.
Yes. Let's go. Believe it or not, I actually picked them to get into the Sweet 16.
Oh man.
Oh, makes my heart smile to know that Wisconsin is eliminated.
Yeah.
Thirty-five, 33, Texas State up over Notre Dame. 13-19 to go in the second half.
Oh, let's go. Rangers won again.
Yeah, we'll see if the Rangers do anything in advance of tomorrow's deadline.
Yeah, maybe.
Which
Maybe
as long as we're talking NHL, check out my power rankings. They come out every Monday afternoon. Yeah, things have been quite wild on that side of things.
Yeah.
Pun unintended.
What time is the deadline tomorrow?
I believe it is 4 Eastern. It's either 4 or 3 Eastern.
Okay. Jared Kennewick. I wish Michigan would have lost yesterday.
Oh man, I didn't even think of that too. To have for Kellenick to have somebody to mentor him like a Jesse Winker.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. Yeah.
That'll be really good for him. Boy, what an interesting last 3 picks. Jared Kelenic, AJ Pollock, and Akil Baddoo.
Mm-hmm.
Is Akil Baddoo kind of the one that got away from us a little bit?
Yeah, he had such a hot start last year and then kind of just fell off. Ugh, Andrew Heaney.
Ew.
Okay. We're moving right along, almost around 24.
Hey, all right.
Let's get it. I think we lost Johnny. Oh, shoot.
Johnny, no. Not again.
I can't believe there's going to be an 11 seed and a 15 seed in the Sweet 16. That's insane.
That is pretty crazy.
And then if Miami wins, it'll be a 10 versus 11. I think he's back.
I don't know why you keep dropping.
I don't know. Dropping like flies.
Yeah, keep going back and forth between the draft and here. So maybe I don't know why that's causing me to drop, but I don't know.
So I forgot about Mondesi. Wow.
Yeah, he's kind of fallen off. It seems like a little bit. Good steals guy though, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's about all he's worth. The steals.
As far as they only list him as a third baseman.
Yeah.
Yeah, in our league, he's a third baseman shortstop. Andrew McCutchen, Brewer.
Yeah.
That's an interesting place for him.
Yeah. It'd be interesting when they face the Pirates.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
David Bednar.
David Fletcher, solid utility like guy.
Man, this is taking almost 2 hours. All right, come on. Make your pick.
Miami is up on Auburn right now, 23-20. What is going on?
March.
Yeah, but this ain't even March Madness. This is like March Multiverse. This is the Multiverse of Madness.
I figured it was going to be like this though. Like there was like literally no team like that really looked like a team that was going to win it all this year. Like no team is like way better than anybody else. Just hope Arizona wins it all, so my bracket can at least get that.
Me too.
I mean, I still have my Final Four alive. So.
Right now, I've got one out of my Final Four down. But if Auburn ends up losing, that'll be another.
What the fuck? I did not put auto pick on. Why did it do that?
Oh no!
It just auto picked Tommy Pham.
Not a horrible auto pick.
Not too bad though. No, it's not terrible. He's still a free agent right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Huh.
I need Texas Tech to win this. They're one of my Final Four teams. Steven Strasburg.
You're almost there.
Yeah. Got 2 picks left. Joey knows nothing.
Joey.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How's your team?
You weren't even on my screen for a minute. I heard you talking though, but I didn't even think you were there.
Fuck it. Brendan Rodgers might as well. The only plucking player left in Colorado.
No, Chris Bryant's there.
Well, I mean, the only player left that was on the team.
And CJ Crone, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure. Congrats on Suzuki, by the way, Joey.
Yeah, thanks. That sounds like that's about it. All they're gonna do. So, I guess
Oof.
that's good. But when you hear that they're like buying a fucking soccer team, and it's like, really, like that's what you're spending your money on when it just sucks. I don't know. They have so much money, dude. Like, it's really frustrating. Like they could have that contract that Correa got, they could have easily offered that, and maybe he just picked like the Twins over the Cubs. Who knows? But it's like very, very frustrating.
Well, I mean, who would pick the Twins over the Cubs, though?
Twins are better right now, so
yes,
it makes
we
sense
are.
to me.
Yes, we are.
I mean,
It makes sense to me.
who the hell would pick Colorado over anywhere else? Like Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant.
He ended up getting a decent amount of money, and then the no trade clause was probably big.
He got his bag. Good for
I
him.
don't know. Yeah, I think he's got opt outs too, right? Who do I
think
want
so.
here?
I don't know.
I'm on my last pick. Are you guys already done?
Yeah, I'm done now.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's up,
oh,
Joey?
What's up? How's it going?
Good, man.
Escobar or Hauk? I need depth.
Escobar.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I
too.
always go with the
Yeah,
bat.
Eddie.
Draft is complete.
Go with the bat, man. He'll
Yeah,
be starting at third base.
I've been trying
for the
to
Mets.
load up on pitching, but I just feel like, yeah, they got a pretty decent lineup too with all the moves they made. I mean, they lost some, but they lost Conforto, they lost they lost Baez too. They lost, but then they brought in who? Mark Canha.
Yeah, they got Mark Canha. They brought in Marte.
Starling
Marte. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that move.
Yeah, I mean, and they got Escobar. I mean, Escobar, he's one of those guys that you can always count on. He's going to get his playing time. He'll probably be starting at third base for them. I would imagine.
Oh yeah. I don't see who would take his spot. Like they're probably gonna. Did they trade JD Davis yet or no?
No, he's still around, but he's not taking it.
Will,
Escobar will be there. Escobar will be there until someone like Vientos or Brett Batty comes up and takes his spot. Escobar is going to be there starting at third baseman.
Yeah, I agree with that. He should be locked in.
And the dude's a switch hitter. He's a 25, 30 home run guy every year. I mean, can't go wrong with him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with my
Now I got to figure out. I hope. When do you guys think Bobby Witt? Is he opening day or is after this CBA stuff, or is he waiting a little bit?
I think Witt's opening day.
I think he is too.
I think so.
Yeah. I think they gotta put him in.
That's what I'm thinking.
They move Mondesi over to third. Witt'll start at shortstop. And they'll have Nicky Lopez at second.
Yeah.
Merrifield will play at the outfield.
Oh shit! I'm playing you week 1, Joey.
Yeah, I wonder that team's not terrible if they can get they have so much pitching prospects that never really quite haven't panned out yet, but they still are prospects,
Yeah, the Royals.
Like if Daniel Lynch, Bubich, like if any of these guys like turn the corner, they might be decent.
Yeah, I get the Royals one more year. I think this year is still going to be them finding themselves.
But they're probably
as far
not
as
like
the pitching
they're
goes.
probably still. Yeah, there's.
The pitching is still finding
Yeah,
themselves.
that's what I think too.
Maybe, like you said, like about like
them
with
another
Daniel
year
Lynch,
with
Brady Singer,
like getting experience.
you know, yeah, all those guys. They still need some time. Once they get Bobby Witt there, and then Nick Prado comes up, that lineup would be nice. Benintendi's going to have a bounce back year, I think, this year. I like Benintendi
Yeah, I
a lot.
agree.
I
think
like
it's
him
going
a
to
lot.
be fun though. Like that division. Yeah. Yeah, Prado too. Oh, that kid, what's his name? Oh, and did you mention Melendez? MJ Melendez.
Oh, I love Melendez. I love Melendez, dude.
He looks like
I
he's
had
gonna
him-
be good too. He's probably gonna be up there this year at some
When I did my top 100
and
prospects,
then maybe they'll just have Sal Perez like DH or something.
when I did my top 100 prospects,
They
I
got
had
this Italian
Melendez.
kid, first baseman. Like they have Prado, but then they have Melendez looks like a beast.
Yeah, when I did my 100 prospects, Melendez is my top catcher in the minors. He's my top catcher prospect, aside from Rushman, obviously. But
You
I
put him
love
in there.
Melendez. Yeah, Melendez is top 20 for me.
Yeah.
Next to Rushman, he's the top catching prospect as far as I'm concerned. He's a beast, man. Beast. Left-handed hitter.
That kid
He's-
from the
he's
Mets
great.
looks good too.
Yeah, Alvarez. Yeah, Francisco Alvarez. Yep.
Yeah, I would put him.
He's
there.
another one. I still like Melendez better. And I like the kid that Toronto has, Gabriel Moreno.
Yeah, there's a lot of these lefty catchers. Alvarez, yeah, that's the guy. I like Alvarez too. I like all three of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think his bat's better
Moreno's
for sure
going to
too.
be a beast too. Yeah, they're all going to be good. It's interesting. A lot of catching prospects coming
Is
up.
he gonna
man.
play this year at the big league? Is he?
Who's that?
Moreno.
Dude, the Big Ten fucking sucks.
I don't think Moreno's going to make it this year. I think they have the kid Alejandro Kirk who can hit, but like we were talking about before. You ever watch? Have you ever seen Alejandro Kirk?
Actually have.
Have you ever seen Alejandro Kirk? Can you hear me?
Oh no.
I think his audio's off there.
Oh,
I don't know. It's like freezing up.
Yeah,
hey
Hello?
Joey, can you hear me?
yeah, he's gonna be starting there, right?
Joey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, all right. No, I was gonna say, have you ever seen Alejandro Kirk?
Seems off because he's like delayed response too.
Oh, you're delayed, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. One of you's delayed.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you,
Can you hear
Joey.
me?
Yeah.
I'm here. You said Alejandro Kirk, right?
Yeah.
He should-
Have you ever
He
seen
looks
him
good
play?
too. He should be starting this year, right? He should be their starter open day.
I would think, but have you ever seen the dude?
That's Alex. But I don't know, you're like delayed or something. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've
essentially,
seen 'em.
since you think I'm not on a delay, essentially what our discussion was earlier is that Johnny
You think
says that
he's- you
Alejandro
think he's
Kirk looks like
not better
he's starting
than
a
Marino.
softball.
What is going on right now?
There's definitely a delay somewhere. I don't know whose delay it is, but
He
it's
said he'd start in a
Yeah, so essentially Johnny
just
was
not
talking
good
about-
defensively or what?
No, just based on the look of Alejandro Kirk, that like Johnny said this guy looks like he could go into a softball league.
Have you?
Oh, okay. He does have that type of look to him. Like not really a big league player at all. He kind of reminds me a little bit of who's that?
Bartolo Colon?
Who's the catcher? Yeah, kind of Bartolo Colon. Honestly, I was thinking your Twins
Williams
guy.
Astudillo.
we said.
Williams Astudillo.
Yep.
They're two
That's
guys.
Tortuga.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking of immediately.
Notre Dame.
Yeah,
God,
dude.
I hope he's able to make the Marlins roster. I know he won't, but I hope he does.
Oh, he's with the Marlins now?
Yeah, he signed a minor league deal with the Marlins.
I didn't even know that. Wow. I hope he makes it too. He can hit.
Yeah,
Just doesn't do much else, but he can hit. He can pitch
watching
too,
him run
apparently.
versus Spillman is the funniest thing in the world.
Damn, is Notre Dame gonna pull us off?
I hope they do. Man, the Big Ten is terrible. I mean, they're not Big Ten, but
Besides Michigan.
all of them lost today, right?
Yeah, Michigan won yesterday though.
Yeah, that's true. Are they the only ones still left in it? Purdue's playing tonight?
Purdue's playing, yeah.
Who do they play? Yale?
Nah, they played Yale already.
Oh, that's right.
Who do they
Oh,
play
Texas.
tonight? Texas. I can't bet on that game. There's no way.
No, you can't bet on any games that Texas is involved in.
No, I don't know if anybody else has better luck, but I have the worst luck betting on any game that Texas is involved in, with any sport.
Yeah, any sport.
It doesn't
Also,
matter.
I came up with my team name. My new team name is now Bull Bichette.
Bowl.
Nice.
Instead of
I got to come up with something new. I don't know what.
I gotta go with someone new too. I can't go with the Bryce is Right anymore. I don't have Bryce Harper. I have to look at my team.
Yeah, I got to change. Mine was Pop and Molly, I'm flexing. Woo. That was a Tyler Molly and Chris flexing joke. I don't have either one though. Ooh, you guys got Sonny Gray too. What do you guys think about Sonny Gray this year?
I don't like Sonny Gray. I never liked Sonny Gray. I think he's smoke and mirrors. I never
I
liked
feel like
Sonny
we've
Gray.
actually had this conversation before too.
I
We've
never
had this
liked
conversation.
never liked him. Never
I
liked him.
forgot. But
I just think he's smoke and mirrors.
somehow he always
Sonny
like
Gray. He just he's one of those guys that just like for somehow he gets guys out. and I don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
We need a little bit of that in our pitching
I
staff.
don't either, honestly, but I drafted him because I thought, well, whatever. I guess I'll take the strikeouts too.
Yeah,
does strike out a decent
and plus, yeah, and if he's got the defense behind him, he's got Correa, Short, and Buxton in center, so I guess he'll be all right. And I got to root for him. He's on my team now, so that's fine. But I still don't trust the Twins only
No
because Sonny Gray is their ace. Really, we're going with that. I'm sorry, but unless we can trade with Oakland and get Montas and Manaea, I don't trust the pitching staff. When Sonny Gray and Dylan Bundy are your 1 and 2,
that'd be a good deal.
It's just not a good thing.
You need 2020 Dylan Bundy to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he pitches like he did in that shortened season, then maybe. But that rotation's. I like Joe Ryan though. I do like Joe Ryan.
I like Ryan too,
but he's young.
I like Ryan too, but he also needs another pitch. He can't go fastball slider constantly. He needs a third pitch. He needs to develop an off speed. He needs some sort of changeup or a curveball, something. Change the velocity, but if Dylan Bundy, maybe he turns the corner like Kevin Gausman did this year.
Yeah.
But these old Baltimore Oriole pitchers, Jake Arrieta back in the day, Kevin Gausman, maybe Dylan Bundy can do the same thing.
For our sake, he better.
He's always really good stuff.
Yeah. Well, all the old Oriole pitchers always did. They always had the stuff, but they never put it together until they went to other teams.
Yeah.
So
true.
Maybe
they like Jake Arrieta thing. They completely reworked his delivery. You could only do it for a couple of years because he was throwing across his body, basically.
Oh, Arrieta always had horrible mechanics, but
yeah, it was terrible. He was for a while. He was just dominant for 2 years, but then after that, it's okay. Once your velo starts going down, and then with the mechanics and stuff, he kept trying to throw his sinker at the bottom of the zone. And not that that's normally a bad thing, but he kept trying to do it over and over again, and teams would just figured him out. You don't have the stuff that you once did, and your control, command. I mean, I should say not really just control, but command wise, he's missing right in the middle of the zone. He was just getting tattooed. I think he's done. He's completely fried.
Well, because this is the thing and this is the thing I look at a lot with prospects, younger pitchers. Is your delivery repeatable?
Mm-hmm.
That's and this is the thing. All these guys have stuff. There's always stuff. If you're throwing mid-90s fastball, if you have a two-seamer, four-seamer, you have two fastballs, you have an off-speed pitch, you have a wipeout slider, whatever it may be. A lot of these guys have stuff. It's the matter of, is your delivery repeatable? Can you constantly do this and tunnel your arm action and do it over and over and over and over again while maintaining control? This is the whole thing. And a lot of times when you see college pitchers, high school pitchers, college pitchers, when they come into the draft, I don't care if you're throwing 100 miles an hour. You're 18 years old, you're throwing 102. That's wonderful. That's great. Can you maintain it? Can you throw for strikes? Do you have a second, third, fourth pitch? Because if not, you're not going to be a starter in the major leagues. That's it.
100%.
That's the bottom line. You're a reliever then. You're a closer. If you could throw 100 miles an hour and you have a wipeout slider, that's all well and good. But if you can't maintain that to the sixth inning and you have no third pitch, you're a closer.
Yeah.
Most closers, most successful relievers in the major leagues are failed starters. They're guys who couldn't start. So they had to blow it out for 1 or 2 innings, and they became relievers. Mariano Rivera was a starter when he came into the major leagues. He became the best closer ever.
Yep.
Tons of guys. Dennis Eckersley, was a starter for years, and then he became a dominant closer. I mean, it's always been that way. Generally, guys don't. They're not relief pitchers from the get. They're generally starters who can't make it as starters, so they become relievers. Joe Nathan.
Yeah.
Rick Aguilera. Fucking, I named tons of guys. Generally, that's what happens. Very, very few relievers are brought up as relievers. And that's the thing, when you're trying to project someone to be an ace starter, to be an ace of your staff, or to be a major league starter, when you're looking at high school, college pitchers, that's the main thing, is repeatable delivery. And the kind of force you put into your pitches. Is it an easy delivery? Do you have good mechanics? Do you have good command? Is it smooth? It's those type of things that you look at more so than the stuff, because they all have stuff. They can all throw.
Yeah, no doubt. I would say that's why it's interesting to see like what the Red Sox are going to do with some of those guys too, because like I know they want Garrett Whitlock to be a starter, but I don't know if it's just a matter of more like stretching him out, because I haven't really like paid too close attention to his mechanics and stuff. But I don't know if he's somebody that winds up in the bullpen. Same thing goes for like who's that guy that the Twins had that they traded in one of the big deals they had recently? Was it Gratterall? I think it was Gratterall.
Yeah, that
was. Yeah, they traded Dodgers.
Maeda trade.
That was the Maeda trade.
He was supposed to be a starter, right? And then they kind of like figured out, well, he's probably better suited for the bullpen too.
Yeah, but he's another guy that throws gas. I mean, he throws 102 miles an hour, but that's it.
You don't need much more for the bullpen, but for a starter,
Right.
That's
and the thing is too with Gratterall, along with a lot of other guys, he's a big guy. The mechanics are harder to repeat when you're taller. That's why when you see guys like Giolito, who's a big dude, what's he, 6'6"? Randy Johnson, when you looked at him in the beginning of his career, couldn't find a plate. The repeatable delivery is harder when you're bigger, when you're taller, because there's a lot of more moving parts. Guys who are 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", it's harder for them to find the strike zone on a repeatable basis because they're just bigger. it's hard to repeat your delivery when you're that tall and find your release point. It's easier when you're shorter. That's why the ultimate, like the best size for a pitcher, what people look at is say like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". Get a guy who's like 6'4", 220. That's like perfect size for a starting pitcher. Because he's not too tall, can repeat his delivery, has good legs, strong, drive, you know. That's what a lot of these teams look at. But being someone who's that tall it's harder to repeat your delivery. You know, Randy Johnson fell into his delivery. Like he managed to work at it. Same thing with Giolito, who's a big guy, but he managed to work into that. But it takes some time. I mean, Washington gave up on Giolito.
Mm-hmm.
Sent them off to the White Sox, and he wound up being fine.
Yeah, but and he was horrible with them at first.
Yeah,
like that first year, he was like the worst pitcher in baseball when he was with the Sox.
Yeah,
and then he finally found his, mechanics, and like you said, his, release point, and put it all together.
Yep. Yeah, it takes those guys a little longer.
Yeah, it'll be interesting though this year. Like, there are so many good pitching prospects, but I feel like, as we do every year, we always get excited about these prospects, and then the season comes around, like even just for fantasy, like the season comes around and it's like they're not going to contribute that much the first year, especially for pitchers. Like, I'm looking at like some of the pitchers, like Grayson Rodriguez, people are getting real excited about, and it's like, have you not seen some of these top pitching prospects come up and just like they need to get sent down almost immediately? Like, those are some of the traps. Like, I know we just did our fantasy draft, but those are like some of the traps that I'm looking to avoid. Like, it could be super beneficial if it works, but we always know that these guys need time to kind of learn how to pitch at the big league level, and you can't miss your spots. Like, you just can't. So I don't know, like guys like that, people are getting all excited about, and I get it, like top pitching prospect or whatever, but I don't know. Like, we've seen Nate Pearson come up and struggle. We've seen Spencer Howard. Everyone's super up about Spencer Howard. Like, all these Royals guys. Reed Detmers didn't do that well when he first came up. Like,
I love Detmers too.
I like Detmers a lot. Yeah.
I love that kid. But you're definitely right, without a doubt. I mean, you got the strange cases of like Shane Baz, Alek Manoah, who came up last year and dominated. Like, he pitched really well, but you don't get that a lot. And you don't know what they're going to sophomore slump. You don't know if, now they have scattering reports on these guys. Now they've seen them a little bit,
Yeah.
But you're totally right. Like, Detmers, I love Detmers. I think Detmers is going to be a beast in this league. And there are certain guys that I look at and are like, they can't fail. Like, they're just going to be good. But it is the major leagues, man. It's, It takes a lot to succeed. And, That's
one of those guys for me is like Reed Detmers is one of them too. But Max Meyer, like, I look at Max Meyer and I'm like, that guy's just going to be good. Like, you can almost just tell, like, this dude is, and I mean, I know he's a Marlins prospect, but so they've had really good success with their pitchers. So it's almost like maybe I'm putting a lot of trust into them too, but he doesn't even need, it doesn't seem like he needs too much fine tuning, like with his release and everything.
I think he's ready now.
Yeah, it seems like it, you know?
Yep. I tell you another guy I like too is George Kirby with Seattle. I like him a lot too. I like him a lot. I have him. I actually in my top 100 that I did. I think I have him 14th overall.
Nice.
He's one of my top pitching prospects. Definitely. He's just got, like you said, like same thing with Max Meyer. Is like you just watch these guys and like they just have it. You just watch them and they got the stuff, delivery. Like everything looks so professional. It looks like a major league pitcher already.
Yeah.
You know, and these guys just, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it definitely doesn't hurt to have, you know, as much depth as possible, at least as for pitching goes, because it's like, you know, at least one or two of those guys are probably going to fail, but it's like, I mean, not the guys that we mentioned, but there's it's super hard to predict, at least for the pitching side of things. Like, not that it's easy on the hitting side, but I feel like it's a little bit easier. Like, most of the guys with the high floor that you can spot out at the minor league level or prospect level, you can kind of at least pencil them in to be a serviceable player. Like, they might not be a everyday regular or star that we thought they were, but at least they're going to be like a regular role player. Whereas like pitchers, they could come up and completely flame out and then just not even be in the league in 2 to 3 years. Like, you just never know. So
yeah, pitching is a completely different animal.
Who's that kid? I was. Oh, you guys are gonna hate me. Because I'm about to talk about Cub. So, I really like this kid, Caleb Killian. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. You probably have.
Yeah.
He came over in the KB deal. I think he's already got like really good command and stuff. He doesn't walk many batters. I don't know if he's going to be like an extreme strikeout guy at the big league level, but he seems like he's close to being. They were talking about potentially him starting at the major league level this year. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's a kid that I'm pretty high on just from watching him. He kind of came out of nowhere with the Giants. Like he rose up last year, but like all, you know, even in the Arizona Fall League, like he was dominant. But that's a kid that I really like, even though he's a Cub. So I mean, of course I have to like him, but there's some guys I'm not as high on, you know.
I've heard the name. I haven't seen anything by him as far as watching video or anything, but I've heard the name before. So
yeah, if you get some time, Johnny, go and watch just like even like his fall league, maybe some of his like fall league outings. Just pretty wicked. Not like the most like nasty, filthy stuff out of any pitcher I've seen, but just the way that he attacks and like the way he sequences on top of, I don't know if it's the tunneling too, but the way that he goes about it with his pitch mix, I think it's really effective. Like it's something that I think will translate well, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing too, is tunneling and release point with like the different velocities. You know, if you can throw your changeup and your fastball from the same arm angle and the same release point, and it's got like 15 to 20 mile per hour difference. I mean, that's huge at the major league level.
That's why one of the guys that, and you know, you guys are going to like this obviously, but that's why Joe Ryan really sticks out to me, because he's somebody that I know he needs another pitch. Like he definitely needs another pitch. But if he figures another pitch out, like he is so deceptive with his fastball. He's not even throwing hard compared to other pitchers, but just the way that it comes out of his hand and the way he tunnels it with his other pitches,
Yep.
or like with that slider, it's pretty incredible. Like it plays up an extra like 4 miles per hour. It seems like.
Yeah.
So if he can figure out another pitch, and maybe even if he, I don't know, he could probably still be serviceable if he can't. But I mean, he could potentially be like a guy in this league for a while, I think. And
I think he needs the off speed. He needs something off speed to take the velocity down a notch. Because his fastball he's got great spin on his fastball, and he plays it well up in the zone. But he needs, I think, to be serviceable in the long term. I think he really needs to have something off speed to play off the velocity. Because his velocity right now it's all one speed.
right.
Yes, he changes arm angle, he changes looks, but it's all one speed. If he can come up with a changeup or a curveball that can change speeds at the same arm angle, then he would definitely be a top-notch starter.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was just looking at it right here. Like through his first 4 starts, he averaged 91.2 miles per hour on his fastball. Like, and 14 of his 25 strikeouts were from the fastball. Like, which is pretty insane when you're throwing 91. Like,
yeah,
that's
he isn't.
wild.
Yeah, he doesn't throw very hard, but yeah,
But if
it plays up.
He can get, like you said, that off-speed pitch. Like that would be huge for him.
Oh yeah.
And then you're looking at like, I don't know. What do you guys think about like Bailey Ober and some of those guys?
Yeah, I'm not convinced of Ober. I don't know. I need to see more of them, but
Yeah.
I want to see some of the younger guys come up. Balasovich, I want to see. I'd like to see him at the major league level at some point this year. Because I think
he'll be there this year.
I think he's got a good pitch mix, and I think he's got good command of his stuff. So I'd like to see him.
Yeah, definitely. What is he?
Yeah,
how old is he? Like he's how long is he?
Balasovich, I think he's he made it to AAA last year, so I think he's like 23.
Okay. So he's got to be. He's real.
He's
close
ready.
now.
Yeah, he's ready to come up.
Man, I hate how 2020 like really. I don't know if it fucked everybody, but it's I mean, people like pitchers were still developing, but it's like I hate how that one-off season without minor league actual play. It seems like it's kind of. I don't know if it's affected like call-ups, like guys are still getting called up, but to me, maybe pitchers and stuff would be more successful with their initial call-ups if they had like that extra year for some of these guys.
Yeah, it hurt a lot of guys. I think it really hindered the development of a lot of players.
Yeah. Carson and Alex are falling asleep.
Nah, I'm trying to do some multitasking too, get a head start on the NHL power rankings for tomorrow.
There you go.
Yeah, I gotta get going anyway. Damn, it's 9:30. I gotta be up at like 3.
Watch the end of this Miami game. Hopefully they pull it out.
Wisconsin
Yeah.
lost. That's all I care about.
Not cool, Carson. Not cool.
I'm sorry, man. I had Iowa State going to the Sweet 16, so I'm happy.
I mean, the Big Ten's just, I don't know. I'm not even really upset.
The Big Ten's trash. It's trash.
Yeah, it's like whatever. It's just every Big Ten team lost today. Like
every year March Madness comes around, they just crap the bed.
I had Miami beating Auburn today, which I mean I obviously bet on them too, but I don't know. A lot of people had Auburn like going to their Final Four and like winning it, and I don't know. My bracket's fucked. Like one region. I did like a bunch of different brackets. I kind of treated it like DFS, like a GPP where you do like multiple lineups. That's kind of how I like, why not just get into a bunch of different bracket challenges and just like fire away because it's so random anyways. But one region in particular, like I got wrong in every single bracket. I'm pretty sure that I did. But I forget, was it Midwest region, the lower left?
Yeah.
When you print it out, it's horrible. Just like light it on fire. St. Peter's. That's everybody though, but I mean like more than that.
Yes, my boys. Jersey City. Jersey City, New Jersey, baby.
Are they really?
Yeah. That's where I'm from.
I didn't know that they were from there though. That's pretty crazy.
That's my hometown.
They got to have a sponsorship deal with Peacock in the works, right?
Yeah.
Man, the Peacocks, baby.
Watch the St. Peter's Peacocks on Peacock.
There you go.
We could be like pre and post game show hosts or something for them.
Yeah, that's. I gotta be rooting for them because it's my hometown. So
that's awesome. I'm rooting for them too, dude. I put $25. I had a boost on them, like a money line boost. 5 plus 500 took me made me $125 of $25. So St. Peter's is good in my book.
Nice.
I like St. Peter's. That was just kind of like a dart throw.
I actually went to the high school.
Oh, you did?
I graduated from the St. Peter's High School in Jersey City. Yep. I graduated from the high school. Didn't go to the college, but
you went to a St. Peter's high school. My preschool through 8th grade, I went to a St. Peter's Catholic school.
Oh, look at that. See?
Isn't that wild?
There
you go. St. Peter's.
Does it count
that Peter's,
my church is St. Peter's?
That's your church?
Yeah.
We got all connections. Alex, what's your connection? Alex, what's your St. Peter's connection?
I don't think I have one.
Boo.
Boo, you're not allowed on the pregame show.
We'll call it the St. Peter's connection.
All right, peeps, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
All right, I'm out of here too.
I got work tomorrow.
I'm out too.
Fuck work.
Yeah, right.
I
wish.
I know. All right, later, guys. It was nice talking to you guys for a minute. Sorry, I was running behind. I woke up and I was on the clock. Like, literally, I woke up from a nap and I checked the app and I was like, okay, Corbin Burns. There we go.
Yeah. Perfect.
Solid pick from just waking up.
Yeah, I literally woke up and just drafted Corbin Burns. And I was like, all right, here we go. I had a lot of ribs this afternoon.
All right. Later, people.
Later.
All right. Later, guys. Have a good night.
You too.
See ya.